Here once again with Paul MacDonell and another beach memory. Paul, it's 10 years ago today that Somebeachsomewhere established a world record with his performance in the 2008 Confederation Cup at Flamborough Downs. Before we discuss the Confederation Cup, let's go back over his starts prior to the Cup. On August 3rd, he raced at Mohawk in a 3-year-old Open. That was his first start after a race many consider to be the race of the decade in the 2008 Meadowlands Pace and the narrow loss to Artificial there. Were there any concerns about the horse in that first race back or that next start on August 10th in the Ontario Sire Stakes?
No, I don't believe so. The way he came out of the Meadowlands Pace race, he was just fresh, and it didn't seem to knock him off in any way. I remember training him in between, and he was just as fresh as he was before he went down. So we really didn't have any concerns about him going into race against the Sire Stake horses at that point.
Now, most of his starts had been on the larger surfaces, and the Confederation Cup is contested at Flamborough on the half-mile track. Were there any concerns among the connections about racing beach on the smaller oval there?
Yeah, maybe, but not much. The year prior, we raced at the Battle of Waterloo at Grand River, and he seemed to handle the half-mile track well. He also trained at Truro Racetrack, half-mile track, a good one. So, yeah, we knew he could handle the turns and basically handle anything.
So the first limb, you win in 151 and 3. How was your horse around the turns in that race?
He got over the track nice. I can remember him thinking to myself, he's maybe not as sharp as he should be, but he did win, and he won easy. So, yeah, it was going to be interesting to see how he went into the second heat.
And Shadow Play won the second limb in 150 and 2. Going into the final, did you feel that the half-mile track might be more of an equalizer that would benefit Shadow Play more than a bigger track would?
Well, I knew he would be good on a half-mile track. He was a perfect gaited horse as well. So I guess when the draw came out for the final, he was in a difficult position. I think he drew the 8 hole, and we drew 2. So he was at a disadvantage right away.
And how did Shadow Play's mile affect your strategy with Beach in the final?
Not much. I just knew that I had to be ahead of him going into the first turn and try and keep him behind me at all costs, and that's the way it developed.
An inside draw, obviously, as you said, and a gate-to-wire win in 149 and 4, making him the fastest 3-year-old pacer ever on a half-mile track. Your thoughts on the effort, and did you think that a sub-150 mile would be what was needed to win the final?
I never really thought about the time prior to the race. I was a little bit shocked that he did that so easy that day. I mean, I think I backed the second quarter down to 29 and change, and he was still able to pull that 49 and 2 mile off. So I think it was a pretty impressive performance, and he was just as strong at the wire as he was anywhere.
And there was a lot of talk about going 2 heats here and not going 2 heats at Delaware and the Little Brown Jug. But going into the 3-year-old season, it was made pretty clear that Delaware was not on your stake schedule.
Yeah, it wasn't at the when we started. We did chat about it during the season. I can remember having a lengthy conversation with Brent about whether we should go or whether we shouldn't to the Little Brown Jug. I was kind of wanting to go only for myself, but as it turned out, it was the right decision to be made and prep and get ready for Lexington.
Paul, thank you for your time and thank you for this beach memory.
Thank you.